Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. So, I'm just looking at some boxing highlights, just doing a little analyzing. But, with that being said, speaking of analyzing, let me talk about Tim Bradley. Tim Bradley sometimes can be very annoying when he calls a fight. Sometimes you could just tell he goes beyond the call of duty to, basically critique a fighter. And I think you saw it in particularly today with, Bruce Shu Shu Carrington, where, Tim Bradley was just overly critiquing Shu Shu Carrington. And it got to the point to where it was just annoying. And, Tim Bradley has a bad habit of doing that. Listen, we understand that you get paid to call fights, but then it's just sometimes where it just comes across if you're just nitpicking, you're just doing anything to find something wrong to criticize. I thought Shushu looked very good tonight, or should I say yesterday. Keep in mind, this was his first time fighting a full-fledged 12-round fight, and he performed well. He fought very well. I mean, good grief. The man landed like over 200 punches. I mean, the man gave people an action-packed fight. And Tim Bradley was just like, oh, well, if he would do this and he would do that, oh, he could get the stoppage. Well, Tim, keep in mind, you only have 13 knockouts out of 33 fights. So you have far beyond, far under a 50% knockout ratio. So you didn't have too many knockouts yourself. So for you to sit up here and tell, Bruce Carrington how to get knockouts, I kind of find that ironic because here's the thing: out of 16 fights, out of 16 fights, Bruce Carrington has 9 knockouts. So that's a little bit past 50. That's a little bit past 50%. Here's the thing: you only get the knockout if the guy is willing to go, and that's the thing. You're not going to knock everybody out. At the end of the day, that's why it's called boxing. It's set for you to fight rounds, not get knockouts. If that's the case, you would fight until there's a knockout. You fight whatever rounds you're scheduled to fight. And if you get a knockout before those, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 rounds are over with, then good for you. But it was just to the point, it wasn't critiquing, it was complaining, and it came across as hate. Then he was trying to compare Shushu to some of the other champions. Oh, if that was Rafael Espinosa, which I like Rafael Espinosa. Oh, he would have got him out of there. He would have not. Well, I just covered a couple of Rafael Espinosa fights. He's a good fighter, but he's struggling in some of his fights. He gets tagged in a lot of his fights, and he's been floored before. And a lot of people can make the argument, hey, dude, you like 6 feet. Fight at like featherweight, dude. You 6 feet tall. You sit and and this is why some people don't respect Fundora. Fundora is a dude that could be a small forward in the NBA. He's fighting 154. Rafael Espinosa is 6 feet, fighting at featherweight. Like, dude. But at the end of the day, I don't critique the young man because I done spoke to Rafael Espinosa, off camera a few times. He was kind of, and I told him because he was kind of bummed about the fight in Arizona. He won the fight, but he didn't like how it ended. And I told him, hey, man, you did your job. If the dude quit, he quit. I mean, shit. That's not. So, with that being said, getting back to Tim Bradley need to knock it off, man. Come on, man. Get the dude some grace. Cut him some slack, man. Come on, man. You be just overly critiquing. And that's why it comes across as, you pandering. You can't sit up there and make that comparison. Oh, if this was the other guys, they would have did this, they would have did that. You know yourself, boxing doesn't work like that. You know, you should know that out of everybody. So I'm just saying with Tim Bradley, man, come on, man, you need to go on with that shit. You be over, you be overly assessing stuff. Like, it's a difference between critiquing somebody and breaking down a fight and then just trying to tear somebody down. He was trying to tear Shu Shu down, and it got to the point even during the broadcast of the action in the fight, you could tell that he was getting on the broadcaster's nerve. Well, some people may think I was just like, bro, stop it, Tim. You know what you doing, man. Like, get out of here with that stuff. And then he, like I said, we all know what he was trying to do. And he tried to cover up what he was trying to do by trying to bring up Steve Fulton and some other guys. But we know what you were doing. You were pandering. So that's my assessment of Tim Bradley's assessment of Shu Shu Carrington. Shu Shu was a good dude, man. One of the nicest dudes you will ever meet. He's very likable. Carries himself well. Carries his self. Like the ultimate professional, as he's supposed to do. So with that being said, let me get out of here, man. But for real, Tim, cut the shit, dude. It's your boy Town. I'm out.